Hey, look at what we got here. Also, I gotta fix my headphones. Hang on. Yeah, everybody thank Mav for being my proxy here. Because I bought this game, but I kind of needed his help to actually get it shipped over to me because of where I bought it. Yeah, a little while ago we had a stream where I played one of the DS Bakugan games. I think it was called Defenders of the Core. And I considered it was terrible and not fun, and was just generally completely pissing all over the game the entire time. But I kept bringing this one up, which is just straight up Bakugan Battle Brawlers for the PS2 and Xbox. This is one of the games that this is the game that I played a lot when I was kind of younger. So I hope you're excited to see it. I will say right now it has the Yu-Gi-Oh problem, and that the male character is, or the main character is only a male.
My whole world changed one day when all these random cards started raining down everywhere. At first, they seemed harmless enough, so a bunch of us kids invented this cool new game. That's when we realized those cards weren't so harmless after all. They were packed with incredible powers from another world. My name is Dan, and together with my friends Runo, Marucho, Julie, not to mention Mr. Hotshot himself, Shun, and Alice, we are the Bakugan Battle Brawlers!
Oh my
Bakugan,
god.
one goal, two worlds!
His name literally is Shun. I was going to call him the Shun of this game, but it's literally Shun. I don't know why that didn't have subtitles. I'm going to check and see. Yeah, so I don't know, if you thought the Alien Dinosaurs title was, oh, there's not any subtitles, I apologize. You thought the Alien Dinosaurs subtitle was, joking, it's not. Also, yes, apparently a bunch of kids literally just got cards and created a game out of it. I don't fully understand how that worked exactly. I will fully admit I have literally never watched the show. So I'm not very well versed in exactly what is going on. So I'll just be very quiet during cutscenes since I can't subtitle it. Oh. We fight with a thing there. I couldn't tell you much more, but this game is the only exposure I have to it. Okay, so one thing about Bakugan is that there are elements, and they actually, if I recall correctly, work in a very rock, paper, scissors way. So they're more like Pokemon than they are Yu-Gi-Oh! But you have Pyrus, which is fire.
Subterra, the attribute of Earth.
Subterra, which is Earth, and our little avatar here will narrate it.
Chaos, the attribute of light.
Chaos, which is their name for light for some reason.
Darkus, the attribute of darkness.
Which is kind of weird, especially because Darkus is like the laziest attempt ever. At least Pyrus sounds cool.
Aquos, the attribute of water.
We have Aquos, which is water.
Ventus, the attribute of wind.
And Ventus, which is wind. If you didn't quite notice in the intro, all of the Battle Brawlers have their own specialty. Dan is Pyrus, Maruchos is Aquos. Token Chick is House. I didn't pick up her name. I think there's more than one girl, I wasn't really fully paying attention. Shun is Ventus, which I find hilarious considering the Shun we know.
Darkus, the attribute of darkness.
I personally prefer Darkus, so yeah, Lumina would sound better. But I just kinda like the darkest element better, even if it has a really stupid name. So we're gonna go with that. Yeah, you can actually customize your character, but like I said, there's only... You can only be a dude. I do like the range of skin tone they have. Stick with default. Can I actually try? Oh, I can't. Of course, because this is an old game. Boys aren't allowed to have long hair. That's just sacrilegious. That's... better? I'm not completely sure if I would consider that better or not. Do some like really weird fish lips thing with that. I believe that this is actually not what we're limited to clothing-wise. I know you can buy customization items, but I don't fully recall. I think you can buy custom. Our avatar has shoulders that look oddly, like, overly broad. Is that just me? Cowboy pants with a whip. Oh, black. Oh, wait, at least vaguely match my clothes. The guy can have heels, but he can't have long hair. Actually, I make fun, but I am almost certain that the long hair thing, not just in this game, but in a lot of different games, isn't actually like guys aren't allowed to have long hair. I'm almost certain the whole reason for not really giving long hair and kind of in this stuff is actually clipping issues. Because if it's long, it actually becomes noticeable when it's like static. They didn't really want to model a bunch of different long hairstyles. They rather just stick with the canon characters who have long hair. Cutscene time.
Finally, the silent orb is complete. Now all Bakugan will bow to me.
Dr. Wily, are you okay? Doom Dimension. Woo! Oh wow, I see why they call it the Doom Dimension. The controller is vibrating like crazy. So this cutscene actually changes a little bit based on what you picked at the start, which I'll get into that in a moment.
No way! I wasn't making fun of you guys.
Admit it, punk. You were making fun of the way I battle. Right, Akira?
That's what I heard.
Vulcan
What's
Skull.
your problem, kid?
Nothing. I just like Bakugan.
Well, so do I. And now, I'm gonna show you how it's played.
But I'm new at Bakugan. I don't even know all the rules yet.
Well, you're about to learn the hard way.
Teach him a lesson, Shuji.
Skull?
Back off, Shuji.
Huh? Dan? This is none of your business! Get lost!
Hey, kid, what's going on?
Whoa, Dan from the Bakugan Brawlers, you're all over the net.
So, you need any help?
Are you serious? That would be awesome.
No problem. I'll show you some of my old tricks, and if you're lucky, I won't even charge you.
I say that I actually really like Dan. We called him, I think, like, store brand Jedi in the stream, but he's not actually that. He's actually a really cool guy. So I find it really weird that those guys were named Shujo and Akira, and then you have Dan and Marucho. I don't actually know if this was just another weird thing of like 4Kids naming, or it was
Bakugan is a game
legitimate.
where players start with a deck of cards and 3 Bakugan. Your goal is to win 3 gate cards. First, each player takes a gate card from their deck and puts it on the battlefield.
Open!
That was field open, they said, by the way, if you didn't quite catch it.
We got this! You're gonna get pounded, kid. You don't stand a chance.
Game start.
Gate cards do 3 things. Boost your G power, change the rules of battle, and decide which type of battle you'll play.
It actually is a bit quieter in my headphones than I would like, but I can't turn it up without turning it up on the stream, so... As far as I'm aware, you have to, like, trigger the card and yell gate open to actually go into this arena. Because I believe this is a legitimate thing in the show, that you have, like, this alien arena. Also, note the fact that there's 4 corners. That'll be important later.
Gate card set!
That was gate card set.
Player 1's turn.
Let's try throwing and landing on a gate card.
Aim with the left analog stick and press the X button.
This is a little bit tricky.
Press the L1 button and the R1 button to select a shot type.
But it's tricky in a way that it feels like they really practiced it, so it's fairly easy to use once you get used to it. You do a normal throw, a power throw, which sends it farther. I think that's it. Let's go ahead and try Serpentoid.
The power gauge fills automatically. Press the R2 button to select your power level. To throw, let go of the R2 button while the targeting rings are lined up. You can steer your Bakugan by using the left analog stick. Use the right analog stick too for sharper turns. Hold the R2 button to speed up, and the L2 button to slow down. Good.
I'll try harder next time.
Yeah, it's considered a fail throw if you can't get it on the card.
Try it again.
I slowed down a little too early. When they say slow down, it's more like slamming on the brakes, because you stop really fast when you start slowing down.
Aim with the left analog stick and press the X button.
Also, we can see what card we put out there. And the bonuses you see there are actually the bonuses applied via the element of the Bakugan. So in this case, Aqua's... Okay, come on, game. Thank you. Aquas and House would get the most bonus, while Ventus and I think it was Terra are in much
Press the L1
much worse condition.
The power gauge fills automatically. Good.
Bakugan, stand!
Also notice you can only move so far with the turning.
Rock!
That's what the meter at the bottom was, is that it only depletes when you try to turn, so you have to be really careful.
Now it's Shuji's turn.
Oh, it was Shuji, not Shujo. It was close.
CPU2's turn.
Bakugan, brawl!
You can shoot at an opponent's Bakugan during their throw. Aim at their Bakugan with the left analog stick and press the R2 button to shoot.
Yeah, you can basically put them off target if you do that. It's aiming with a
Bakugan, stand!
with a control stick though, so you can imagine it's not exactly easy.
Stand.
Battles start when two Bakugan land on the same card. Win the battle to win a gate card.
So maybe I was wrong about being like Pokemon Rock Paper Scissors. We'll have to go further for me to actually figure out for sure.
Gate card open! Each gate card has a G-Power boost that gives Bakugan extra G-Power based on their attribute. It's added at the start of the battle.
Because apparently I landed on Shuji's, which is really good. Though I have to question why Shuji has something that gives him less power than anything else. Because that does not boost Terra very high.
You can use an ability card right before a battle begins. If you play the right card, you can really help your Bakugan.
Let's go with this with the weirdo.
Ability card activate. Ability card activate.
You can actually play an infinite number of ability cards. Well, not necessarily an infinite number, but you can play until you're out of ability cards.
Ready?
Battle!
So yeah, you have to do the little things sometime. It's not easy, let me assure you. So you do get a bonus for chains like that.
Yes, I won!
And if you win, you get the Bakugan back. And also, as Dan told us, you get the gate card they were fighting on, which is sort of like getting a piece in chess. It's just a trophy, you don't actually get to use it.
Nice job! You won, and now you get a gate card.
Player one's turn.
It's a little annoying, but in that way that you have to just kind of adjust to. It's not actually, like, super overly difficult. Oh, we got our Bakugan back.
Bakugan brawl. Bakugan stand.
Also, yeah, if your Bakugan is moving slowly when they hit a card, they will auto-stand. You don't have to brake.
You rock!
It's pretty useful, I'm not gonna lie.
CPU2's turn.
Go ahead and view it again. I'm not gonna fire at it this time because it's more trouble than it's worth. Just look at how this thing like vibrates and rotates.
What a joke!
It was kind of funny watching him fall flat on his face.
Shuji missed. Try to get another Bakugan on the same card.
So here's a good reason why you might want to sometimes try to angle your throws, so that you can end up with two of your Bakugan on the same card.
Bakugan brawl. Bakugan stand.
Double stand.
You won't beat me.
And yep, if you do that, you actually get the gate card.
Nice double stand. Now you've got another gate card, and you're close to winning.
It's actually very dangerous to give your opponents a double stand opportunity. You really don't want to do that if you can help it.
Gate card set.
I believe when we actually play, we'll get to pick the gate card to put down.
Bakugan stand.
Stand. Player one's turn.
That's 2 cards in a row. Just one more.
what card he put. I think I can face it though. Go ahead and give this a try.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
So I nailed that right in dead center.
Stand.
The game has pretty good music. It has the same problem that any games like this do, and the music can be a tiny bit repetitive. I like it.
Pink card, open!
Oh god. I don't know what that square bonus is.
Ability card, activate!
I was hoping Dan would like actually explain that to me, but apparently he didn't want to.
Ready?
Yeah, there's a bunch of little different mini games you can do. As you can probably guess, I don't really have much issue with this one. There's this one, and I think there's a mash one. I mostly just don't like the pick to fire one, so I usually tend to try to use ability cards to boost them high first before going into the fight.
That's my skills talking!
Great job!
Also, notice the watch on our wrist is purple. That is also changed by the choice we made at the start.
That's game!
How did you beat my brother?
This isn't finished, kid. Just wait until the tournament. You'll be sorry. And he didn't beat me, Akira. I let him win.
Yeah, you let me
Nice
win.
job! You rocked! A little more practice and who knows? We could end up as partners at the tournament Shuji was talking about.
Dan, there's
That
something
would
on your
be
shoulder.
Awesome! But I'm just a beginner. To enter a tournament, I need a wicked Bakugan, something like Drago.
I see what you mean. It's real important to have a tight relationship with your Bakugan.
Anyway, thanks, Dan.
Gotta roll. Catch you later, buddy, and good luck.
Yeah, that's... I think he said Drago on Dan's shoulder there. Yeah, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bakugan, the fact that there's like literal living monsters that have their own feelings and thoughts is a widely known and fully accepted thing in this world. Which is an interesting way of doing it, I'm not gonna lie.
This Bakugan is so cool. I want one just like this.
Hi, can I help you?
Wow, Alice!
Do you know me?
Alice is a weird thing with
Well, not
fold
really,
of her
but I've
dress.
seen you online with the other battle brawlers.
Like, what is going on with the fold of your dress there? It looks like it's glued to your crotch, Alice.
You really love Bakugan, don't you? I see you looking almost every day.
You work here, right? How can I buy Bakugan here?
Well, you can battle and earn Bakugan points. Then you can exchange them for Bakugan and cards at this store.
If you've ever played any Yu-Gi-Oh game ever, it is the exact same concept. Battle, win or loss, get points, then you can use the points to strengthen your deck and your loadout and everything.
Got it. So I'll go find someone in the park and battle them.
Good luck. I'll be waiting.
It's not a bad system, I like it. I'm just saying is that if you've ever played any Yu-Gi-Oh game ever, you know the system already. Also, on top of these things being like alien magic being wide knowledge, everyone does have a specific Bakugan they're partnered with more than anyone else. It's kind of Digimon-esque in that way.
I'll be a battle brawler. Someday. Huh? What's going on? Whoa!
The Sky God has chosen you!
What?
Don't step on it!
Bakugan? Wow! I've never seen one like this before.
Where am I?
Planet Earth.
Not in Vestroya, then?
Who are you?
My name is Leonidas.
Hey, you want to partner with me? I bet we could beat anyone.
If I battle with you, I'll have the chance to defeat other Bakugan?
Yeah, we'll beat them all.
Kid, you are
I
so
sense that
innocent.
in this world, I will only release my true power in these Bakugan battles.
Was that a yes? Awesome! Great to meet you, partner.
Hey, this creepy alien thing just fell from the sky! I know, I'll take it home! Okay, so Leonidas. That is actually who we saw in the cutscene where the weird sort of, soul things were floating up and then turned into the dragon. That's Leonidas. What I meant when I said that cutscene slightly changes is that Leonidas is actually based off the elemental choice you make at the start. So, while that elemental choice does not lock you into a specific element to use, you can buy Bakugan of other elements later on to sort of round your deck out. The choice basically makes... The choice you pick is what your specialty element is, and it is what Leonidas' element will be. And it's one of the things you can't change, so you really should be sure of it before you pick.
I'm gonna beat you before Shuji does. Let's battle.
But like I said, I still don't really think that there is a rock, paper, scissors thing in here looking at the battle again.
It would be good to practice, so I might as well take this challenge.
I really think you just need to be careful of what ability cards and what gate cards you use.
Hey, want a battle?
Hi, Dan.
One-on-one. It's a fast, intense game of Bakugan versus one other player. Tag team battle. Team up with a friend and take down the other team.
I believe this unlocks when we get the chance to unlock others of the battle brawlers to partner with us to do that.
Battle Royale. It's a 4-player free-for-all. The first to get 3 gate cards wins. That's the bulletin board. You can check out goals that other battlers posted.
Yes. I don't think I ever checked this when I played. Okay, this is stuff that will get you extra things, I think. We're gonna go one-on-one. Right now, the snot-nosed little brat is the only one we actually have access to. You can see there's actually a lot of people here. You can tell who some of these are. Some of them are fairly clear. Others of them are less so. But yeah, I believe the first 6 are the battle brawlers.
Let's go.
And here you can have 2 different decks set up. See, this is the one we used before that does not have Leonidas. We want to stick with the one that has Leonidas. Trust me here. You want to use Leonidas. I also like the fact that your the aura behind you,
We got this.
little cut in, actually is of the
Take
element
your challenge.
that you're mostly of.
Game start.
I don't really know what that sentence was supposed to be. Yeah, oh, also this reminded me, Leonidas is Canonly House, which is weird. So Darkest Leonidas doesn't quite get the benefit from this gate bonus that he really would before, but since it applies twice, it doesn't really matter. Well, actually, a Terra Leonidas wouldn't either. It's just very strange. I don't really know how it works. We have that. We have low energy, which is not fantastic if we're going up against Aquas or House, but what we've got. And Bakugan Duo, which is really good. As long as we're not going up against Pyrus. So we're gonna stick with the Leonidas one. And yes, the gate card is about as broken as it sounds. You see that your gate card's actually put away from you, I believe it is. You can also apparently set another gate card down per turn as you choose. We're going to angle for that, and we're going to show off Leonidas. This, by the way, is why I said you want to use Leonidas. Look at that base power. Leonidas is, quite frankly, ridiculous.
Bakugan, stand!
Stand. CPU2's turn.
What was that?
Apparently he missed.
Player 1's turn.
Also, I should actually take the vote. Do y'all want me to keep skipping the turns or actually show the turns? I'm actually fine with either case because the turns are interesting enough considering it matters where they go.
Bakugan, stand!
Stand. CPU2's
I'm just so used to skipping them. Let's see if we pick a fight with Leonidas.
Bakugan, stand!
Oh, I think this lion is gonna regret his choices in life. I do believe that everyone else's signature, like Drago, does have really high base power like that. But I could be wrong.
Gate card open!
Yeah, the Leonidas gate card is very, very broken if you drop Leonidas onto it. It's a shooting battle.
Ready?
Battle!
I will say that luckily, that at least at this level, there's no penalty for hitting the wrong one. I think it's actually better to go slower and ensure that you hit it reliably, rather than hitting as many as possible. I knew that was coming, it was just a matter of when.
Yes, I won!
Also, much like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks, if all the gate cards are burned out, you just reshuffle the gate cards back into your hand, I believe. That doesn't happen often, but it can happen.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
Double stand.
I'll just take that, thank you.
won't beat me!
CPU2's turn.
I will say they actually start you off with a pretty decent, starting deck. Admittedly, that is probably because Leonidas is such a beast. Also, yeah, obviously it doesn't take your turn to fire off another gate card. You can see that actually hitting them with the firing shot depletes their turns. Their turning, I think.
Bakugan,
Thought it did.
Stand. Player 1's turn.
$70. I think the only thing we have that can face that is Leonidas.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
Luckily, you still have that whole bar.
Stand.
really like Leonidas' design, I'm not gonna lie. This thing I like less.
Gate card open.
But at least it's designed non-creepily enough it doesn't quite bother me.
Ability card! Activate!
Alpha Blaster, huh? This is the last one we need, so let's just go full in.
Ability card activate.
It's not like he could stop us.
Ability card activate.
Let's go. Unfortunately, it's not a shooting battle. As far as I'm aware, these are random, though they might be based off the gate card. I don't know for sure. That said, I don't think he's gonna catch up in 20 seconds. I mean, like I said, it's the very last gate card, so I see no point not to go full in.
Yes, I won.
Also, I'm just gonna admit, I have fun roundly humiliating bullies.
That's my skills talking.
Hey, you get a reward for straight up winning, you get a reward for how many gate cards you got. I guess that's straight up fighting. You get a reward for the Bakugan you defeated, you get a reward for destruction, which will apply later on when we have, like, field houses we can destroy. I'm not sure what the battlefield reward is.
Oh well, I guess I knew this would happen.
What a great battle.
What a great battle! We roundly humiliated a small child. Alright, let's go check on that store. I am, for the most part, going to focus
There are
pretty
new Bakugan in
heavily
stock.
in
You should take a look.
Darkest for a while.
We've got new cards in stock. You should see if there's anything you want.
Mostly because I find it just easier, because then you can focus on getting gate cards to match them.
Looking to upgrade a Bakugan?
Also, yes, you can upgrade a Bakugan. You sadly cannot upgrade... Or you can upgrade Leonidas! I thought you couldn't. You legitimately can't upgrade Leonidas, though. Did you get... I legitimately thought you couldn't do that, but I mean, if you want to make your OP dragon more OP, there you go. But yeah, as I was saying, at the moment, because you're gonna have very limited BP, I find it better to just stick with the element you picked and get gate cards and stuff that focuses entirely on boosting those. The golds are gate cards that boost G power and give double to specific ones. This does it based solely on the attribute, and this causes special rule changes, by which it means it does things like this. Just kind of weird. Then we have the battle cards, which is red gives a boost based on the attribute, green gives a boost based on what they are, and blue gives a boost that changes, changes things. I hit X, not You can see all the battle brawlers, for whatever reason, they have different cards that are the exact same thing. We also have this weirdo. I don't know who this is. I guess it's because you can only ever have one of a specific ability card, so you can stack your deck with each of them. And so you can see these give you quite a bit of bonus. Which are good, but not great. Ah, that's what I was using before. Also, it's Sub-Terra, not just straight up Terra. Those things aren't bad, I just kind of prefer to stick with, things that are always useful versus things that are only sometimes useful. And yeah, which of these you start out with, is entirely determined by what element you pick, because it will never give you cards that would hurt or not actually help your own element. I'm just kind of browsing, seeing if there's anything that actually... That Dweller looked pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna grab that.
Thanks for shopping.
That's a lot of our money, but that's a straight bonus to us above everybody else. And Aquas and... I forgot what they called. The, Ventus, that was it. Aquas and Ventus hurt from that a lot. Let's check on actual Bakugan. First. Italian. Falconer. Much as I like the Falconer, we're not going to be getting that 7,000 easily, just from beating up a small child in the park. We're going to go ahead and grab this one. That is literally all the money we have, though, so, let me go.
Thank you for coming. See you later.
I also feel like it's a good idea to upgrade Leonidas as much as possible. Once you have, a solid...
This is my room.
Rest
I can
of
edit
the
my deck and switch out my
deck.
Bakugan here. I can also view my stats and use the computer to chat online with friends. It's time to look around and relax.
By friends, he means the Battle Brawlers, which, they're just tips that you can check. Bruno, that was the name of the house girl. I don't remember who Julie was. Okay, so I was completely wrong. It's actually a clear 3-3 split for the Battle Brawlers. That is shocking. We can talk to either Dan or Alice. What do they got to say?
Hey, what's up? Just let me know when you want to battle.
Hello. I don't usually get involved in battles, but I know a lot about Bakugan. Let me teach you some tricks.
They're not actually going to teach us anything. There's 6 of them, and 3 of them are female. Rather than the usual 1 token girl and 5 boys. So you might notice that they're missing an element here, if you look carefully enough. Since Alice is unelemental.
Let me tell you about
Oh, I
the
have to
town.
select again, okay.
There's the park, the Bakugan store, your room, and the tournament arena. These are important places for you to remember.
Marucho's a
Once
boy.
in a while, you'll see an exclamation mark, which means something new is going on there, and you should check it out. Dan,
Marucho, and Shun are all boys, yes. It's Bruno, Julie, and Alice that are girls. Did you think Marucho was a girl?
Have you been to the Bakugan store yet? You can trade Bakugan points for new Bakugan and cards. You can also upgrade your Bakugan.
Marucho
We're
might
always
be.
getting new items in, so check back often.
I guess I will say I don't know for certain if Marucho is a boy, but I'm like 99% sure he is.
Let me tell you about throwing. There are 2 basic shot types. Normal shots don't do anything special and are good for getting on cards. Power shots are low and fast. They're great for sphere attacks.
Also, I believe a sphere attack is when you slam into another Bakugan and knock him off the card. Yeah, I was almost sure Marucho was a boy. This is actually like really interesting because I can't think of any other like game-based anime like this that had groups that had an actual even split. Some of them didn't even have a token female.
Bakugan is a game in which you need to win gate cards. There are 4 ways
Okay, we
to
know
win
this,
a
Dan.
gate card. Remember the park where you beat Shuji? The park is where all the different battlers hang out, so there's always someone to challenge. If you want to practice or earn some extra Bakugan points, you should go there.
Also, what that basically means, I think we're done with the advice, but basically the thing about the park is that
I should chat with people and get some
that's
tips
where
on Bakugan.
you grind out your BP. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh, they would have you like go to various parts to fight other random duelists and everything. In this game, you just fight any person that you have unlocked. When you unlock the character, they become choosable at the park, and you just pick various arrangements to do your grinding on. One thing I found that was grinding with one of the brawlers with 2 people who they could fairly handle was actually a really good idea. I think I don't remember the name of the enemies, but I think if I picked Shun and then fought with some people who didn't have things that dampen Ventus, he pretty much run roughshod over their faces.
I should check out. I can change my clothes or.
Also, yeah, your clothing is not set in stone. You can come in here and you can swap your clothes anytime you want.
I can change my clothes.
Clothes, stats, special shots, ranking. Masquerade is his name. Okay. Flaws Chan Lee. You can see a couple of the brawlers are not actually on the top 10. Well, Masquerade there worries me. Oh, not much here now, but let's go ahead and just take a look at what info actually has. These are the points you have, how many ranking points, how long you've been playing, your general battle percentages, stand rate, sphere attacks. It's interesting. Also, you can see all of the opponents we know about right now, even though we don't have any of the brawlers unlocked. We know who they are. Also, it's apparently the first 5, not the first 6. I did completely forget that Alice doesn't really fight. Let's see what Bakugan we've used and what we've owned. Attributes. Cards we used. And then awards, which we won't be getting any awards for quite a long time. Also, apparently I was incorrect about being able to buy customization. You can just customize at any point, which is what I was thinking. Get rid of Juggernoid. Italian. Fortunately, Saurus has to stay. Now we can check out the card. So this is one, if you're ever using Leonidas at any point, this is the one you want to keep on you at all times. I'm gonna replace this with this. Because I don't really like having a card that inherently gives my opponent an advantage. Like low energy did. This technically does because Iris and House get more bonuses, but because Leonidas gets it applied twice, he technically outdoes them. Okay, cancel that instead of... Oh, that worked. Alright. And we're gonna save. Let's go see what this tournament's all about. It's a starting tournament. How bad could it be? Very shiny.
Wow, my first tournament. Talk about competition. Runo and Marucho are entered.
They're just names to me. I will crush them.
What's the deal? You sound angry.
I'm not angry, I just don't fear weak humans.
Don't freak me out. It's like you hate every Bakugan or something.
God, we have
Lighten
Vegeta
up,
as a
will ya?
partner.
As you say, let's battle.
A very compact, pocket-sized Vegeta. Also, is it just me or does Bruno and Marucho entering this seem kind of unfair to everybody else?
Let's take a break. I want to win again in the next match. I should reorganize my deck.
Also, yeah, you can save, check your opponent info, check your deck, or
It's
fight
almost time for the next
in the
game.
tournament thing, so you don't have to constantly back out, go to your room, fix it, back in. It's a really lovely little thing they did. Who are we fighting? Oh, look who it is! Apparently this dude goes through attributes like most people go through candy. Also, I noticed he's a Subterra attribute with a Ventus watch, so, that's an interesting little thing right there. Let's beat him up. So it looks like Runo and Marucho are going to be second and third ones. They're really, y'all are part of like a well-known high-class team. Why are you in the first tournaments? That just seems mean. A part of me feels like Dan tried to join and he just got thrown out. Like, are you kidding me? No, get the heck out of here.
We got this.
You're gonna get pounded, kid. You don't stand a chance.
Game start.
Game card set.
I really like our floofy pants. We're gonna go ahead and drop another gate card down. Come on.
Game card set.
We're going to try our usual shenanigans to get Leonidas over there.
Bakugan brawl. Bakugan stand.
Stand. CPU2's turn.
Bakugan brawl. What a joke.
You had plenty of turn left. No, I think it actually is. If at any point your Bakugan loses all of their momentum, you lose. Or not you lose, but they completely stall out. Also, you might notice that it's kind of hard to see, but our gate cards have a blue aura around them, so we know where to aim for.
Bakugan brawl.
I didn't hit that.
I'll try harder next time.
Yeah, hit too far, overshot, ran out of momentum.
Bakugan brawl.
That is a really, really big risk. Especially starting off right now that you just completely run out of momentum.
What a joke.
Player 1's turn.
Try that again.
Bakugan brawl. Bakugan stand.
Stand. CPU2's turn.
Considering Leonidas is literally a trap right there, because he doesn't have anything that could actually fully deal with Leonidas, I was not willing to, I'm not willing to double stand that and pull the card off.
Player 1's turn.
Also, Shuji is doing really poorly. This is actually kind of comedic, I'm not gonna lie.
Bakugan brawl. Bakugan
There we go.
stand.
Snagged it.
Double stand.
Oh, I can actually move the Bakugan, I think. Apparently if I double stand, I can choose to move it to another of the cards instead.
CPU2's turn.
probably wasn't the best option, but I want to see how it's gonna work. I think I just have to skip the throw if I don't actually have a usable Bakugan. Like in cases like this where Shuji is so incompetent, it's outright comedic.
What a joke!
Player 1's turn.
Use a Bakugan to stay?
Stay. CPU2's turn.
I'm not really sure what that means, because the other two didn't actually move.
Bakugan, stand!
Also, that's what the power shot is for. If you actually knock them off the card with the sphere attack, you'll get the card. Which is generally why I try to angle for landing dead center. Not only does it make it harder to land normally, but they can't knock the Bakugan back as far.
Big card open!
Also, I feel like so many people are so confused. Gonna do it.
Ability card activate!
Alright.
Ability card activate!
It's another shooting battle.
Ready?
Battle!
Also, yeah, if there's not too much to worry about if your sigil isn't there. Sigils do shuffle after a few seconds if they're not hit. Yeah, I don't really know what Shuji was expecting there. But to be fair, I think nothing like that was probably a good option, considering nobody's even seen Leonidas except Akira right now.
Player 1's turn.
Also, it's a good thing this is manned by kids, or at least started by kids, because that means that there's no like actual judges that could take us in for using illegal strange cards.
Bakugan, stand!
Kinda wanted to hit the one closer to me, but you know what? That works.
Stand.
You won't beat me!
CPU2's turn.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
Yeah,
Stand.
apparently so. This could be slightly problematic.
Big card open!
What are we looking at? That was quite a bit to get me a bit further ahead.
Ability card!
Also, as you can probably guess, that Leonidas card is literally only for Leonidas. You can't use it on anybody else.
Ready?
Also, it says both, but you only have to actually do one. I think it means that just like how you can do up and down or side to side, you can do left or right. And we have soundly humiliated Shuji. Again. And this time he can't blame Dan for it.
That's my skills talking!
got us quite a bit. Also, I will say the defeated Bakugan points are really useful, but never worth not going for double stand.
It's almost time for the next game.
It's much better to just take the cards where you can get them, because it is very, very easy. This is one of the games where something can go wrong very quickly.
It's almost time for the next game.
And if it goes too wrong, you can completely lose control. Also, I believe the card they're using for the field is a unique card. I'll have to look that up.
I'll show you what I can do.
But here is Bruno, I think. I believe this was Bruno. She is the house specialty, so gotta be a little careful around her. Especially if using a Darkest Leonidas.
Player 1's turn.
Let's see if we can get Leonidas over there. Shouldn't be a problem.
Bakugan, stand!
I don't like how precariously he's on the edge of it. But he's on it. You can probably guess it takes a little bit to get used to the depth perception in this game. Okay, it looks like she didn't use the power shot, so we're mostly good to go. And she turned towards the wall.
What?
For some reason. Bruno, I don't understand. Why? I need to absolutely play to strength right now.
Bakugan, stand!
That's not a good place to be.
CPU2's turn.
I'll just have to hope her card isn't too harsh for Darkus. Oh, she just barely made it onto mine.
Stand. Player 1's turn.
I don't like the power that thing has. But let's give this a try.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
I unfortunately did not hit that far enough to get it actually off the card. That was because I hit the power way too early. This could go very badly. I am really hoping for the power thing because I can make up lost time on that.
Big card open!
Luckily, since this is mine, it covers the gap a bit more. We're a bit more uneven standing here. Oh, thank you, Bruno. That was awfully nice of you.
Ability card activate.
I think I can do it. Did she change it to a power, forcibly change it to a power battle? I think I've got this.
Ready?
Get out! This is why you don't. This is why the raw power is not necessarily determines who wins. Because if you get the right thing and the right ability cards, you are really good.
CPU2's turn.
If you heard the loud rumble, that's because I stuck it on the the wooden desk I have, and it is like rumbling like mad. I don't think I've ever felt it rumble this hard than it's doing in this game right now.
Bakugan, stand!
Oh yeah, the sticks are pretty loud. I have to actually kind of lift it up closer to the mic so that I can get it positioned to a point where I can move the sticks without bashing my hand on the desk. We still have not seen her signature, which makes me a little bit wary.
Big card open.
Ability card activate!
I think I got it from here. Also, I believe the second one is,
Ready?
the second one is the, ability of the card itself. The first one is what you just get straight from the card's bonus, the second one is what you get from any of the card effects. I don't even have to move it all that fast this time, he just started off so high, Runo can't keep up.
Yes, I won.
Player one's turn.
Okay. Let's see. If I go too hard.
Bakugan,
Mostly just want to
brawl.
get Leonidas on board.
Bakugan, stand.
Because doing that,
Double stand.
it gives me the win.
You won't beat me.
Because that's a double stand and that card is now mine.
That's my skills talking.
See you later, Runo. We never actually saw her signature Bakugan. I don't know why she didn't send it out. I'm going to briefly run over to Alice and upgrade some things. Also, I believe this is just telling us that Bruno is now available to fight in the park.
There are new Bakugan. Hi.
A new Bakugan, but not new cards. Look here. Griffin and... Oh, that's kind of expensive. But that's only slightly less power from the Falconer. I'll go ahead and take it. How much are you gonna charge us to upgrade Leonidas? Leonidas is always at the end of the list for some reason. 500. Speed. Defense. Acceleration. Endurance. Jump. And straight up just strength. I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up because he doesn't really have much deep.
Bakugan upgrade is complete.
You can see the price goes up for every upgrade, not necessarily for everything. Let's briefly go shuffle our deck around and then
Thank
see
you
if
for
we can
coming.
punch Mucho in the
See you
face.
later.
One thing I don't like the fact is you can't actually name the deck. At least if you can, I haven't figured out how. Griffin. You already know the cards are okay. Supposedly you should be able to, but... Oh well. I probably should have saved, but... I don't think you actually lose- you don't lose the game if you lose the battle, so it doesn't really matter. Is there a difference?
We got this!
Come on, I'm ready.
Game start.
Marucho's really cute.
Player one's turn.
He's also, as if you watch the intro movie, an Aquas user. Let's go ahead and start off with our usual shenanigans.
Bakugan Brawl! Bakugan Stand!
Get Leonidas on his card.
Stand. CBU2's turn.
Bakugan stand.
Marucho is significantly more competent than the two that came before.
Stand.
Also, I believe that is Falconer. We'll find out in a second. Yep.
Big card open!
Gigande Marucho.
Ability card activate.
He had a power battle. That's what he's going to do.
Ability card activate.
I don't need anything. You made it a power battle. You've basically given me the win.
Ready?
I got to 1,000 again.
Yes, I won!
I didn't even have to use any ability cards either. In your face, Marucho.
Player one's turn.
That gives a high bonus to Darkness and a low bonus to Aquas. Drop our weakest one here.
Stand. CBU2's turn.
Marucho's not getting smart here. Really be trying to put your own gate cards down here, buddy.
Unreal.
Player one's turn.
Bakugan Brawl! Bakugan Stand!
Okay, that was a bit too close.
Double stand.
Do it this way.
Stand. CBU2's turn.
Either I get a free shot or Marucho picks a fight and loses.
Bakugan brawl. Bakugan stand.
Stand.
Maybe they don't actually have their active partner in their decks. That would be kind of nasty to hit you with that straight in the face. But considering you have Leonidas, You would have a way to handle it. Okay, what are we working with here? Not bad. Fantastic, but that's what we kept
Ability card.
these for. I think I can do it. Might regret this, but I think I can do it.
Ready?
I keep messing up the hits like that, I can't. Okay, I didn't do too bad. It's bad if you don't hit yours, but if you hit the enemies, at least they can't hit it. Did he? I was too focused on trying to shoot to pay attention to what was going on with their actual power. Land this.
Bakugan brawl. Bakugan
Got it.
stand.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You won't beat me.
Since that is the only gate card, I just auto-grabbed it.
My skills talking.
And I'm apparently in the arena now. Self, no, I do not think that is safe. Oh, I got a lot just from that one. Obviously, just like in Yu-Gi-Oh, the higher difficulty enemy, the more you get from it. I got 5,000 for winning too.
You did it! I can't believe you just won that tourney as a noob!
Leonidas did all the work.
Hi, Leonidas. Nice to meet you. I'm Dan. Not much of a talker, are you?
He's new here, so he's not used to humans yet.
Who is?
I did get that Leonidas didn't come to Earth with the other Bakugan through Dr. Michael's portal. Based on my analysis of his battling abilities and his attitude in combat, I conclude he arrived on Earth at a different time than the others. I wonder what delayed his appearance here on Earth. Perhaps he's secretly planning something beyond just Bakugan battles.
Hey, what makes you say that?
Yeah, relax, Marucho. You have an overactive imagination.
I'm with Marucho. Tigrera said there's something weird about how aggressive he is. Maybe you should find a different partner.
Tigrera is just jealous. Leo is my friend.
I understand how you feel, but I really think you ought to listen to Runo.
I've got to help out at my parents' restaurant. I gotta go. Just think about it, okay?
Don't let them get to you. Just start thinking about your next battle. The tag team tournament's coming up.
Tag team tournament?
2 players battle together, like you and me. When we win, Runo and Marucho will come around. What do you think?
Sweet!
So you're in? Whenever you want to practice, just come down to the park.
The tag battle's now unlocked. Also, I really like that line about Dan as well. There is a thing there where, I mean, I did say that I like Dan, that I did like Dan, and that's pretty much the reason I like Dan. I don't really understand what Marucho and Runo are about, though. Maybe this is something that's part of the show that's just lost on me, but yeah, it seems really bizarre that they're just suspicious after 2 fights, 1 each, and Leonidas hasn't even spoke to them.
Hey, I've been waiting for you! The next tournament is the Supreme Tag Team Tournament. You haven't played before, have you? I can teach you.
There we go.
There they are! They've teamed up! If you want to beat both of them, now's the time!
I'm lucky, I guess. Let's team up and take them down.
Looks like you haven't had enough. I can use you for practice, though. The first team to get 3 gate cards wins.
What? Practice? You'll be sorry. Let's go, Akira.
Also, I don't think the watches have any, like, actual relevance.
That's right, Shuji!
I think it's just they're colored based off your inherent attribute by preference. Yeah! Also, apparently there was something with a doctor that made all the Bakugan appear, but I mean, like I said, I've never watched the show. A lot of the subtleties and complicated parts of this are completely lost on me. Fortunately, we are going to be using Dan for the tag team tournament. We cannot unlock Shun yet. I know, you're so heartbroken, Pi.
I'll take your challenge.
Technically, I am too. He's just way too strong.
Time to start my warm-up.
You're gonna get pounded, kid.
Also, from
You
the
don't
background,
stand
it
a
looks like
chance.
Shuji has shifted to using Darkus. Yeah, I will say that while I do call him the discount Jedi as a joke, Dan's really charming. He's got like Jedi's good parts, but even though he does feel a bit like a lesser Jedi, he doesn't feel like a bad character. I don't fully understand how I can phrase that for it to make sense. Not going to be good. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. I wasn't gonna be able to get him over there, so anywhere better than nowhere. No! When that happens. Thankfully, it didn't knock me off. Yeah, that made me really unnerved as well. I wonder if he even can knock it off, because I don't think that's where Leonidas was when the Juggernaut hit him. I'll have to try if somebody ever lands on the gate card closest to me. I had a feeling I was really gonna need that upgrade. I'll probably do it again, because having high defenses against sphere attacks is not something you can ever go wrong with. Also, I don't actually know if your ability cards get refreshed between battles. I don't think they do. Or not between battles, like when you run out of them. I don't think they get refreshed. I think you just have 3 and then you're out of luck when you use them all.
Ready?
There was a helper wanted option that I missed there. Also, that helper wanted, I guess, is just letting you know that you can basically mash X to increase the G power or the effectiveness of your partner's hits. I'm not actually sure which it is.
Yes, I won!
But either way, you want to do the helper when you can, because that gives you a really heavy bonus. Well, not a heavy bonus, but every little bit counts, basically. It's worth doing.
CPU2's turn.
Since it's Dan's turn, I'm now in the back row.
Bakugan?
Well, not technically in the back row, we are on our own platforms, but I mean, it's his turn. Also, I can shoot him for a reason I'm not sure of.
Stand.
I don't know why it lets you shoot your partner. I guess the shot is to let you try to get them on course.
What a joke!
But that seems like
Player one's turn.
harder, a bit harder than it really is worth to do. Okay. A bit high. I'm going to try something here. I have no idea if this is going to work. I want to try it. Okay. So you can't double stand with your partner. It has to be both of your Bakugan, so hitting the gate card your partner's on is literally just straight up missing the throw.
Stand. CPU2's turn.
So what are you gonna do, Dan? Are you gonna go for a double stand or are you gonna go after the Bakugan in the field?
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan,
I was trying to boost it a little bit there because it looked like it stopped.
Stand.
Also, I will say grinding gets really fast when you skip all the turns and skip all the battles. So it's not really a good plan to skip all of the battles when your partner is part of them.
ability card, activate!
Let's see what I can give, what help I can give Dan here. Oh, none. Okay. You can't help the CPU, apparently. There's not actually a point to watching their battles. I thought you could. I guess only player characters can get helped. Also, clearly Dan got a timing battle and is not as good at it as or a shooting battle and is not as good at it as I was. Could be a timing battle. He sounds a bit tone deaf. Aha! I think I knocked him off course. Also, yeah, you can't fall off, but I mean, if you're going towards the edges, you've kind of messed up anyway.
Player one's turn.
Okay. Fortunately, Dan is on the Leonidas card, which is not fantastic for me. Thank you very much for that, Dan.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
I think I got on it.
Stand.
Yeah, that's a blue outline. It's my own.
CPU3's turn.
I think the yellow outline is Dan's. I'm not certain. I think it's player color. The yellow outline would be Shuji's.
What was that?
CPU2's turn.
Then the one right there on the far right is Dan's. It's a little, yeah, it's a little disorientating because as you saw when I was fighting normally, red was the enemies, just straight up, so it is a little bit weird to go by player color, but it does make sense.
Bakugan, stand!
Stand. CPU4's turn.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
Stand. Player one's turn.
Hey. This could be a slight problem. I'm gonna go the safe route here.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
Mostly because doing this will get me Leonidas back as well.
Stand.
You won't beat me!
CPU 3's turn.
So Dan's got 2 on the field. If he wins this next battle,
Bakugan, stand!
well, no battle.
CPU 2's turn.
But if he lands a battle and wins it, then we win. Otherwise, we might have a slight problem here.
Bakugan, brawl!
Probably Drago.
Bakugan, stand!
No? I guess he doesn't have. I guess he's not packing Drago right now. The other 2 on the field are not Drago either. Oops, did skip battle. Which I fully admit is kind of weird. Like, I appreciated it with Marucho and Runo, but it's just a slight bit odd that out in the free play here, Dan is not using Drago.
Ability card, activate!
Dan got it, so we won.
Yep, all me, baby!
That's my skills talking.
I'm the man.
I do like that it shows both of them. I'm back up to 10,000. Or I'm up to 10,000. Maybe I should actually just, go upgrade Leonidas some more. Let's see what's new first.
The Supreme Tag Team Tournament is coming up. Aqua's Bakugan will have an advantage, so you might want to take a look at what we have.
Okay, so basically this means that the field we're going to be fighting on will give a bonus to the Bakugan that she mentions.
We've got new cards in stock. You should see if there's anything you want.
But as I said before, I tend to just prefer focusing heavily on the inherent one I picked before, which sure may not be the absolute best way to go, but it's certainly the easiest. The names weird me out because they're not actually related to what element they're boosting. Sunrise would be a good buy for us.
Thanks for shopping.
Because it Darkus a lot without boosting off. Kind of interesting that they then get a signature card that only affects theirs. We got in green. Nothing new in here. This, however, might be worth picking up. Go ahead and grab that.
Thanks for shopping.
Because we can check who our opponent is. We can check if they are Aquas, Ventus, or House. And if they are, I can just put that in. And if they're not, I just won't put it in. Looks like this is 80 instead of 60.
Thanks for shopping.
And since there's no new Bakugan, could buy the Falconeer now. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Thanks for shopping.
Still gives me enough to upgrade Leonidas once. But that will actually round out my team with a bunch of really strong Bakugan. Let's see. I'm gonna go... go with this again.
Bakugan upgrade is complete.
I'll probably buy Defense 5 before I actually start working on anything else, if just because the defenses is really good.
Thank you for coming. See you later.
Hi, Alice. Just to double check that it is what I think it is. There's not like some event down here.
Tigrera and I will show you what we can do.
I've collected all your data. I won't be easy to defeat.
Yeah, it's...
There you are! I've been looking all over for you, you little runt! Let's battle!
not that much shorter
My
than
goal is to
you.
become a battle brawler, and Dan's going to laugh if I run away from Shuji.
I mean, considering it's Dan, he'd probably laugh for a couple minutes and then try to reassure you. Dan's just kind of chill.
Hey!
Yeah. So that unlocks that. The exclamation point was to tell us that we have unlocked Bruno, Marucho, and Shuji now. So we can use them at any point on the park.
So, you ready?
A little nervous. Runo and Marucho are entering the tournament. Thanks for helping me practice, Dan.
No sweat. I'll send you my bill. And don't worry about what those guys said. If you make it to the UBT, they'll forget all about it.
The UBT?
Ultimate Battle Tournament.
Thought so.
It's an international tournament where all the top-ranked Bakugan players compete. If we're gonna play, we might as well aim to be the best. But to enter the UBT, you're gonna have to win matches and build a name for yourself.
Best in the world, huh? I'm in. Come on, Dan, let's do this.
Because that's just how Dan rolls. Also, for the longest time, I thought Dan had like an ammo canister strapped to his belt, and I was exceedingly confused. But it's just some kind of weird like metal contraption where the three Bakugan are wedged into it. I don't fully understand how it works, and I was very confused for a while there.
My next opponent is...
Okay, who are we fighting? Subterra and Aquas. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pop in Falconeer. These are better. This one's better than the one I had, especially because we're using... we're partnered with Dan. I want to keep doing. I still got the other one for backup, but I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. Also interesting, I didn't notice that Clean Slate was only Darkus. Maybe the other cards are specifically only an attribute, I never noticed. Better. Dan can't actually use my cards, so there's not any harm in removing Pyrus focus cards. Go ahead and save again. Let's go!
From now on, pickups will appear on the battlefield. G-Power pickups will add G-Power to your Bakugan. Fuel will increase how long you can steer. Hyper ability cards will affect your opponent's ability to throw well. Battle gems will give you battle items that can be used during battles.
Yeah, there's a reason that the next one is a tag team, because you might actually need Dan's help to figure this out because of all the new stuff they dump on you. So look at this field. Just look at this field.
Do you want to play Bakugan with me?
Time to start my warm-up.
I accept your challenge.
Game start.
I'm gonna start with this. Wait till you see us start moving around it.
Player one's turn.
I'm going to drop that closest to me so that I can drop Leonidas there. For the obvious street trap. Also, you can see directly in front of me, that's a G-Power pickup.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
Stand.
On the edge he was. Is.
Three's turn.
Should be okay.
Single finger of fate.
That was Fickle Finger of Fate, by the way. And this is why messing around with the arena is a good idea.
Bakugan, stand!
Stand.
She powered that thing up quite significantly.
Choose turn.
Bakugan, brawl!
G-Power stall.
I believe that was G-Power stall. This is also a reason why you would kind of want to upgrade your stamina. Because you can notice it goes down a lot trying to handle
Barrier.
this sort of thing. Where are you going, Dan?
Bakugan, stand!
Going after her is what he's doing. Hey, there's Drago!
Stand.
I'm actually going to show this off because I like watching Drago. Apparently he was.
Open!
Dan is dramatic as he is energetic.
Ability card, activate!
So is Drago gonna show off, or are you gonna get your butt kicked? Oof. Not a good introduction to Drago there. Come on, Dan, you can do better than that. Hey, I really like tag teams in any game. With this, like, with the whole... I wouldn't know what to call it. This isn't necessarily a card game, but with the whole kind of
CPU4's turn.
competitive game element, I like tag team options. But it can really be hit or miss because you have to hope the AI is doing well.
G-Power booster.
Like, Dan's supposed to be a really, really good character, but you get him so early, I guess his AI is just kind of flounders.
Bakugan, stand!
Stand. Player one's turn.
Okay. I got to work with. You know what? Let's try.
Bakugan, brawl!
That's a little too high! I didn't hit anything.
Bakugan, stand!
Stand.
Like I said, depth perception in this game can be kind of a problem until you learn how it works. Hi, Kahulin.
Big card open!
You, my friend, are on my home turf. This isn't gonna go as good for you as it did for your friend.
Ability card activate!
Ability card activate!
Ability card activate!
Really?
Ability card activate!
Ready?
Battle!
Yes! Yes, I am. I knew that she was gonna get a bonus, but I was fairly confident I could handle it. Shooting battle would have been a lot more dicey, but timing or power I could easily handle. So that gets that off the field, and thank goodness for that.
CPU 3's turn.
He's still got a card in reserve, and I don't know what that card is.
Bakugan, stand!
Stand. CPU 2's turn.
Keep card set!
Bakugan, brawl!
And what are you doing? Stealth. Oh, I think I believe that actually makes... It's gonna make this Bakugan invisible on the card. Unless Dan stalls out like that.
Oh no!
Way to go, Dan!
CPU 4's turn.
Good job.
Bakugan, brawl!
Clock stopper. You're supposed to be the Yugi of this game, Dan. Why are you so terrible?
Bakugan, stand!
He's on Dan's card, which is a good
Player 1's turn.
good sign, because Pyrus and Aquas usually don't play well together. I'm not sure where to drop this. Drop it there.
Big card set!
Let's see if I can actually get this time.
Bakugan, brawl!
Nope, just short for some reason.
Bakugan, stand!
I'll hit the card I put down at least, so there's that.
CPU 3's turn.
Ah, I got her off it!
Not fair!
CPU 2's turn.
I mean, Leonidas could have taken her, but that was just kind of out of principle now. These gate cards are all over the place.
Bakugan, brawl!
Random little interesting fact, you actually can tell which Bakugan they're using by the design of it.
Stand.
Every single one of the Bakugan have a different look.
Yep, all me, baby!
And good card!
CPU 4's turn.
Bakugan, brawl! No!
Player 1's turn.
Now I've got a nice open little field.
Bakugan, brawl! Bakugan, stand!
Double stand.
Sorry girls, you shouldn't have ignored the dragon.
That's my skills talking!
I'm the man!
Save. And that's actually gonna be it for now. I need to grind out some more points. Because a lot of my Bakugan are gonna need boosting if I'm not going to exploit the field bonus. But if people like this, we'll be back to it. I would be totally fine playing this game the whole way through. But until next time.